So tonight was the MLB hot stove, Yankees hot stove, and generally it's with Jack Curry, giving the Yankees, giving us essentially the state of the union as it pertains to the Yankees. But he wasn't there tonight. Meredith Marakovitz interviewed Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner, and good, because I think it was important for us to hear from him and not only Jack Curry. So all due respect to Jack Curry, and he said a couple things, okay, and these are a couple things that I've been repeating just for common sense purposes, but that are pretty obvious. I mean, their actions are speaking louder than their words. And again, they don't need to beat their chest. This isn't a wannabe alpha male contest, okay? They've been very strategic this offseason. He doesn't do that. He behaves differently, okay? He's very strategic. He's very calculated. But this is some of the things here. And this is right from the interview, okay? In the interview on Yankees Hot Stuff with Meredith, Hal Steinbrenner stated that they plan to keep adding to the roster this offseason. What have I said repeatedly? They're not done, right? And expressed feeling a chip on his shoulder after falling short last season. So he's not satisfied. This is right from Hal, direct quote from Hal. We are still talking. We're not done with anything yet. We'll be going right up until pitchers and catchers report and probably after that too. Like I said recently too, pitchers and catchers and during spring training until opening day, right? The roster is at 37 right now, so they can't be done, okay? The roster has to be at 40 come opening day. 40 and 26. It has to be that way, okay? And again, Hal's also said, I think we have a better team now than we did a year ago today, which I agree with too. But this is just simple, direct comments, right? Hal made it clear the Yankees are not done. I've been saying it for, weeks now that the Yankees are not done. Okay, even if it's little activity here, they had their big heavy lift in the beginning of the offseason, right, when no one else was doing anything. So, and then they made a couple of margin moves since then, and they positioned themselves to make a trade to add somebody, potentially an infield bat and maybe a left-handed reliever or two. So, which I expect them to do. But again, there's no need to make a desperate overpay right now just because people are howling on Twitter. Okay, which is essentially propaganda capital of the world. So they don't need to do that, and they know this. Hal knows this, and Brian Cashman knows this. They're going to wait until the market presents a favorable condition for them. Okay, whether it's trading Marcus Strowman first, gets people saying they're in whole scenario until they trade Marcus Strowman. Maybe they're not, but Hal didn't say that. Brian Cashman didn't say that. Someone else said it. Okay, and I don't really give a damn what Jeff Passan says when he's going to criticizing them for not spending more. They're already at the highest threshold. Not spending like the Dodgers. Do the Dodgers finance a $1 billion stadium? No, they don't. The Yankees do. The Dodgers have a $400 billion ownership group. Why aren't they getting a new stadium? The Yankees have a fraction of their net worth assets, but they're financing a new stadium. So kudos to the Yankees for that. Okay? And the Yankees are still the most valuable franchise in all baseball every single year, ahead of the Dodgers, ahead of the Mets. So people can say all they want about spending. Why isn't he spending more? They don't need to spend stupidly. This isn't a beating chest, check Planet of the Apes contest. They don't need to do that, right? So Hal made it clear tonight. They're not done. They're going to wait. Okay, whether it could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be a week after that. I mean, keep in mind, the rosters will still be tinkered with, every team during spring training. So as long as they have their roster set by opening day, they're fine. Okay, and even if they make a trade for somebody later on, that whoever that player is going to be playing with his team until the meantime, so he'll still be getting reps no matter what. Okay, so again, this is why I don't go to Twitter for my arguments, for my talking points. I research all this stuff. I wait until people like Hal and Cashman say stuff. Okay? Yeah, I like Curry. Yeah, I like Passan. But I'm taking Passan less seriously now after what he said tonight. That's just me, though. He could care less. Neither can I. So, but, yeah, tell it to the Dodgers fans. Exactly. The Yankees are spending strategically. They're doing what they need to do for their franchise. And again, if the Dodgers are worth so much money, why are they not worth as much as the Yankees? $400 billion ownership group. Why are they not worth more than the Yankees? It's a Simple question for people. I would ask the Dodgers fans out on Twitter, all the other fair weather fans on Twitter, right? Now, yeah, he treats the Yankees like, and he has to max coverage. That's a great point too, because the Yankees are their business. When George Steinbrenner owned the team, he had a ship business, and his ship business helped him finance the team. He sold that ship business in the '90s. Hal and them don't have that. The Yankees are their business. They don't have that extra padding like George did. So it's a different world that they're living in, a different universe that they're living in. Okay, so yeah, the team. I'm not saying the Dodgers not improved; they are, but so are the Yankees. They're so are the Yankees. And shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Okay, and again, this is the type of stuff that I encourage these folks to, why aren't they talking about this stuff? Why are they going to be painting like a certain narrative? I feel like Jeff Passan's painting a certain narrative for fair weather fans. Why is he not bringing that stuff up and criticizing the Yankees for the spending? Not mentioning once that they're financing a stadium the Dodgers are not. That the Mets owner is worth $20 billion. The Yankees owner is worth a fraction of that. Right? And the Yankees are still worth more than both of those franchises. Doesn't matter how much your owner has. Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't matter how much your ownership group has. Doesn't mean shit. Yankees are getting every inch out of their dollar. Okay? They're maximizing the franchise, maximizing the team and the brand. So it is a sound business. People can criticize them all they want. People say, oh, they should have a payroll of $500 million. Well, nobody has a payroll that high. So, but again, yeah, the Yankees are, Nolan Arenado is the most likely scenario that happens. There are other guys that, Luis Arias, a couple other folks, that might be available. But all we know right now is that Arenado's available and Luis Arias is available. Okay. They would represent different components to this Yankee team. Arenado brings 10 gold gloves. He's a future Hall of Famer. Elite defense in the infield. He's the best defensive third baseman in baseball. Okay. And the Yankees would probably get him at a fine. And what I heard yesterday from some folks that the Cardinals offered to kick in $20 million of his deal. The Yankees want a little bit more, maybe closer to 30. Maybe if they meet halfway, they can get a deal done. I don't know what the return package would be, but it's not going to be Hill. It's not going to be Schmidt. Not for Nolan Arenado. The Yankees are doing them a solid by eating some of the contract for a guy that they want to move. The Yankees will give him some prospects, but it's not going to be one of those guys. So, and again, this is what I'm hearing, these ludicrous trade proposals today. Michael King's available. Yes, let's trade Schmidt. Why would you trade 3 years of Clark Schmidt for 1 year of Michael King? I wouldn't even trade that for 1 year of Dylan Cease. Why in the world would you do that? I know I wouldn't. And again, there's no guarantee that King would extend here or Cease would extend here. No guarantee at all. Yeah, Tiffany, I'm with you there. I don't know why there either. It's a lot of the propaganda that being fed on Twitter and on YouTube. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Being fed a lot of BS. And people go to these people for BS because they tell them what they want to hear. It reinforces their poorly informed narratives anyway. That's why they go there. They don't like when we call it out. Yeah, Strowman unfollowed the Yankees. I saw it doesn't mean much, Anthony. He it's just like J-Ram the other day. He wiped the Cleveland Guardians off his Instagram too. Who knows? Who knows? I appreciate you, Christian. Thank you, man. It should be rational. There's no need to be, you can still be emotional and passionate. I am, but not at the expense of facts, not at the expense of common sense. Right? No. What's the point? I'd rather us be pissed off. I say this repeatedly. If we're going to be angry, let's be angry at the facts, not the talking points. Right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay? So he probably does see the writing on the wall, Strowman. He knows he's probably going to most likely going to get traded. The Yankees are just waiting to get the best value, right? So, So you get Peraza, who's Peraza is out of options. So yeah, yes, he is. Well, the Cardinals are looking to cut payroll, so they're not going to take Strowman. Steven, appreciate you, man. They're not going to take Strowman. They're looking to cut payroll. Strowman will have to go somewhere else. But it is yeah, you're right. It is just called chocolate bean. Yeah, it is business at the end of the day. You're absolutely right. And again, no, Nolan Aaron. Well, he's not the third baseman yet, but he's the most likely trade to happen because Ryan McMahon hasn't been made available yet. Brendan Donovan hasn't been made available yet officially, unless we're not hearing something. And if that happens, then I stand corrected. But it is what it is. We'll see. But again, that moves Jazz Chisholm the second. If Nolan Arenado came here, they would have all the makings of probably the best defensive infield in baseball. So, can a team and a player have a handshake agreement on extension? The acquiring team, Cadzilla, or the trading team, the team that's going to trade him? The acquiring team, that'd be kind of tampering. Depends on what specifics there, Cadzilla. Yeah, they put Michael King on the block, so my guess is King will be better fit into the Braves. The Braves need a pitcher. They have to replace Charlie Morton. And if Michael King's out there, if they don't want to pay the money for Jack Flaherty, Michael King represents a pretty darn good get for them. I don't see the point in bringing him here when we have a loaded rotation already, right? Ken, you want to go over some stuff? I'm happy to go over it with you. We can get you set up to be on point with your stuff, man. Just let me know, my friend. Just let me know. I can help you with that if you need it. But it took me a while to get used to doing shorts, and it took me a while to get some things. I had help from NFE, had help from Joe, I had help from folks who helped me figure out some things, and Mazza and the rest of these guys. So I had help, and I'm grateful for all of them for it. To all of them for it. Yeah, King to the Cubs, King to the Braves. That would be a big get for the Braves. That would be a big get for the Braves. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing too, Dan. They failed they lowballed Donovan on the extension, and they also failed to avoid arbitration with him too. So, could be traded next year, maybe. I don't know. And if he gets traded next year, Paul Goldschmidt won't be here. What if they moved Arenado to first base if they got Arenado and brought in Brendan Donovan for third base? That's a possibility too, right? These things scrolling so fast. Sunil, in my opinion, I don't think Peraza is going to get a shot to start, or DJ or Oswaldo Cabrera. I don't think any of those guys are going to get a shot to start. None of those guys are better than Arenado. And now they want to maximize the win now window. They have to do it now. They have to do it. I mean, if Ryan McMahon becomes available, then yeah, he'd be a perfect guy. It's a good question too. Why the free agents taking? Well, one of the problems is because there's probably half the baseball teams aren't spending, so it limits the amount of teams that could get these guys, these free agents, and a lot of the teams that do spend already have guys at those positions, right? So, no, the Yankees are not in danger in the American League. They're not in danger in the American League. Cincinnati could get Flaherty, yeah. It depends on who the prospects are, Sunil. But the Rockies are not going to move them unless they're blown away with prospects. Good left-handed relievers. There are a couple. There was a guy who was DFA'd yesterday by the Orioles. Um, and Well, Ryan McMahon, don't worry about the batting average too much, Donald. I mean, look at he hit 20 to 25 home runs every year for the last 4 years, 25 to 30 doubles every year for the last 4 years. So the production that they would get from third base would be greater than what they already have. That's what, man. He's also an elite defensive player. Okay. He's right up there, almost right up there with Arenado. And that's what would fit the Yankees. We don't necessarily need high batting average. We need, a proper hitter. Okay, we need the proper production, I should say. Let's see. And if he was saying, who is? Somebody got moved on from another lefty pitcher became available. I think NFA gave us some insight on it. Going back to look here. Tyler J. elects free agency. He's a left-hander. He was DFA'd last week, and when he was unclaimed on straight waivers, so now he's officially a free agent. So again, the Mariners claimed him off waivers from the Brewers early in the month, and they already cleaned him off. So he was the number 6 pick by the Twins back in 2015. So he's been around for a little bit, but let's pull up his Tyler J stats here. Doesn't have much of a sample size in the majors, so he looks like he has controllable years. So there's that. And he's 30 years old, so it looks like he has, with all of his, it looks like he has 5 or 6 years of control. So a guy with controllable years on the lefty side. So, yeah, they asked Hal about extending Boone. He said they're going to talk about it as well. So, but their primary focus is finalizing the roster first, which is good. Who's talking about Cashman, Slackwolf? Danny Colombo from there. That's him, Ken. Thank you. Danny Colombo. Sounds like they're probably going to extend Boone. But who's constantly defending Cashman, Slackwolf? And what bad job with Harper? They didn't even negotiate with him. What's a bad job? Would have been nice here, yeah, but they didn't negotiate with him. So. Well, the Dodgers were able to spend all that money too, because Shohei Ohtani deferred $68 million a year in his contract. Keep in mind. Kike Hernandez, Yankees country, could be a decent option too for the Yankees. Yeah. I don't know if he'd want to come here, but he's shown a preference for the West Coast. But we'll see. I mean, the Dodgers roster might be too full for him. Slackwolf, I defend the Yankees because I'm a Yankees fan. I stand by my team aggressively. Okay? The fact of the matter is, why would I spend my time trashing them? Do you have any can you explain that to me, Slackwolf? I know other fair weather channels do it on a regular basis. They call themselves Real Talk, and they're not Real Talk. So why don't you explain to me, Slackwolf, why I should not? Yeah, Michael, he did say we're not done. That's what we were talking about earlier. He said it's pretty clearly, we're not done. And I've been saying it for the past couple of weeks. People keep saying they're done. They're not done. The owner said it tonight too. Yeah, so they didn't go for Harper. I don't know, but we don't know what the deal is. Did Hal say not to go? We have no idea. We don't know the rest of the channel, like the rest of the information. So, but the fact of the matter is, that's what, 5-6 years ago. Has he won the World Series with the Phillies? No, he hasn't. So, what do we fight? What's the problem? The Phillies can be a threat to the Dodgers. So can the Braves if they get another pitcher. So can the Mets. They're good. So can the Diamondbacks. There are quite a few teams that could be threats to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are not going to have a cakewalk to the World Series, no matter what anybody says. Yeah, I would move the Martian. This is the other thing too. People are acting like this. Boone's talking about Bellinger and Martian today was like new. It's not news. He just said generalized stuff based on today's team. Okay, they don't know what moves they're going to make yet, so they has to go by what the team looks like now. So all options are open. He made it clear too. That means he could play left. He could play center. He said the same thing about Bellinger. So there's no need to read into this. There's 3 spots still left to fill on the roster. 3. So they're gonna figure out what's best to do with these guys. And that's on them. I know. I mean, you're making sense, Jonah, but Slackwolf's not. Thank you, James. Appreciate you. If Dominguez starts in left, he starts in left. If he starts in center, which I've made it clear that I think it's a better fit for him, then he starts in center. But again, there's a reason why I don't run the Yankees. So they don't pay me to for this stuff. Yeah, when Jones comes up next year, he could take over in center. He could. He could. Well, exactly too, Ken. Yeah, he's been a GM for over 25 years, the winningest team in baseball of all times, the most World Series in those years. Okay. And he's got the Yankees worth more than any franchise in baseball. So, and you have other GMs singing his praises. If you suck at your job, you're not going to keep it for 25 years. Yeah, Kiki. Yeah, we criticize Hal. I mean, we criticize Cashman when it's justified. Well, they weren't bad too. Something to keep in mind, Jason. When DJ signed his contract, number one, he came off a batting title, 6 years deal for. They gave him 6 years to lower the AAV. Nobody thought it was going to turn out to be like this. The same thing with Hicks. When they signed Hicks to for $10 million a year, it was a bargain at the time. Turned out to be an albatross. So can't blame Cashman for that. He's not going to. He can't predict that DJ was going to fall apart like this or Hicks was going to be. Can't predict that. Okay, it's dead money because it's dead money. So it is what it is. But again, we have to keep that. If the contract sucks from the start, that's something different. But it didn't suck from the start for either one of those guys. And that's important to point out too. Who's saying you can't criticize them, Slack? I'm not saying it. We all criticize them. We're all diehard Yankee fans. We all have different views. We want them to play well. But simply attacking like Boone or Cashman and ignoring these other components is not fair. It's not fair to them. Other channels do it on a regular basis. That's why I don't take these other channels seriously at all. Next coverage, man. It sounds good to me, man. It sounds good to me. I'll message you afterward, man. I'll have you on here too, bro. Love to get on yours as well, bro. No doubt about it, man. Love to talk Yankees with you. Absolutely, brother. And I don't know. Now, I doubt they'll get both Donovan and Arenado. I doubt that. Keek well, so did AJ Minter the other day. He was trashing them too in front of Clay Holmes. And Clay, when they had their Mets press conference, and you're saying the Mets are the real town, not the Yankees fans are phone. And that's the reason why they got booed at the next game. And we are honest about the good and the bad. But some folks like to just be talking about the bad and ignore the good. I went hard pass on Tatis. He has like 10 years left on his deal. And there's no way you're going to get him without Dominguez. Joseph, yeah, unfortunately. There's no way you'll get him without him. Yeah, people getting yeah, and this is the other thing too. Like, why are people talking about trading Schmidt for King? For King, we don't need another starting pitcher right now. We need a bat. So let's focus on that. The office knows exactly what they need to do. They know more than us, so that's for sure. And they definitely know more than me. Goldschmidt, I think he hit about 20. Well, I don't know when they pay up the stadium, but I wouldn't. I don't think they're not going to be worried about taxes because they still pay 100 to 150 million a year in revenue sharing. They still pay luxury taxes and all that stuff too. So it eats into their profit significantly every year. So Spencer Jones, I mean, I think he should start in AAA, and if he gets a call up later on in the season, he gets a call up later on in the season. Let him keep developing. Yeah, yes, other GMs do. Yeah, I saw that wink. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, look, they're playing hardball with Pete. I can't fault them for that. So, fact is, Pete turned down like 3 offers for them already. There's no need for them to go back and do a 4th offer. Nobody's saying you can't disagree. Nobody's saying you can't be critical too, Slacko. But if I'm going to be critical, I'm going to be critical on the facts. Like I always say, I'm going to give you both sides of the story, not just the side that I want you to hear. Other channels do that, okay, and that's not fair. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from, Slacko. If you don't apologize for being disagreeing. But again, I'm not giving you one side of the story and ignoring the other side. That is completely unfair. I'm not sure you need to give Dominguez for Donovan or Nico Horner or Siciliano. I'm not sure you'll need to do that. I'm not sure. You might be right, Cindy. We'll see. Can you imagine? I don't think they would ever have me. I'm gonna keep a job you suck at. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Uh, Thank Juan Soto helping the Yankees get to the World Series while Judge didn't play in the playoffs. Let the fair weather fans do that, Brandon. Don't entertain them. Don't even waste your time, Brandon. They're not worth it. So, I agree. I think there's no guarantee that he's going to start in left field. So, I mean, like I said, Aaron Boone mentioned all the possibilities based on the team they have right now. If they add somebody, that could change. We don't know yet, right? So, Cubs DFA Luis Vasquez. Ken, make sure you send me a message and name me your channel because I'm going to subscribe to it too. I want to support you, my man. So let's see. Luis Vasquez. Cubs. He's an infielder. Yep, he's an infielder. He bats righty. He did get DFA'd. Doesn't have much of a sample size in the majors, though. He's 25 years old. Yeah, looks like his service clock hasn't even started yet. So he would have 6 years of control. Let's see. Decent doubles hitter. Not decent power. Um, Decent average on base percentage, slugging. He's got some developing to do, but again, you never know. You never know. Again, the Yankees are keeping. I think they're gonna whoever they bring in at this point. They want to upgrade the bench and they want to upgrade the infield. So yeah, Jose. Hal made it clear that the Yankees are not done tonight on the hot stove. Jack Curry was not on the hot stove tonight. Hal was on there with Meredith Marakovitz. He made it clear the Yankees are not done yet. Merck, what's good, buddy? Yeah, I'm not sure, Carlos. Yeah, we'll see. Unless an offer presents itself to them, to a team that needs a starting pitcher who aren't willing to spend money on Jack Flaherty, who's going to cost more, or a guy like Nick Pivetta came with a QO. He only won 9 games, so you know always appreciate your contributions, Brandon. Man, I think they'll trade Strowman before the season starts too. Share, Mark. Share, Mark. What you got, man? What you got? What's the good news, brother? I mean, always in the mood for good news, especially from the 161 family. Always in the mood for good news. Jets guy. Are you a Jets fan now, Mark? All right. Yeah. Yeah, it was still cold in New York, man. New York is cold. Beagle, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, welcome to the Jets family, Mark. We're kind of in misery right now, but we'll get past that. Dodgers Kirby Yates signing is official. Let's see. Who do they have to make a roster move? Let's see. It's not on MLBTradeRumors.com yet, but let's see. Let's see if there's any roster moves that they've made. It is. Yeah, he passed his physical. Yeah, I don't know what the roster move is yet. That I don't know what the roster move is. We'll see. But diehard Yankees, diehard Steelers. All right, man. That's cool. Reds are getting a Super Bowl share from Kansas City. Refs, yeah. That's the rumor around town. Oh boy. You gotta get your transfer, get your portal papers in, Sunil. You gotta, yeah, it's time. It's time to make a move, baby. Oh, we've been horrible for more than a decade, Steven. The Yankees, the Jets. Oy. Oh. Muncie hasn't been put on the block yet, as far as we know, Michael. Brian Hayes could be decent too, but this conflicting reports as to whether he's available or not. So I'm not exactly sure. One report said that he was, and another report said that he wasn't now. So who knows? Yeah, I loved Aaron Glenn's introductory conference. Loved it, man. He went right at that. He was not taking any prisoners. I love that. Absolutely love it, man. Short with his answers, on point. That dude is gonna light a fire under them. Yeah, us Just fans, we've been in misery for a long time. So I envy the Giants. At least you guys have some Super Bowl wins in the last 2 decades. So and you beat the Patriots both times too. So kudos to you for that. That's what I'm hearing, Ken. I mean, they're definitely going for the three-peat. They're definitely going for it. We'll see. Dodgers like Hayes, yeah. We'll see. Depends on what the Jets do now. We'll see what they do at quarterback first. I mean, you could draft if this kid like I don't know if Milner from Alabama is going to be available, but um, their quarterback. Um, I would stick with Tyrod Taylor for the year and let just draft an athletic, mobile quarterback and let him develop under Tyrod Taylor. I would move on from Aaron Rodgers. Hmm. CeeLo, I cannot blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Hmm. Cameron may have to stop showing Taylor Swift. Well, yeah. Of course, and when you have a girlfriend that pretty, they're definitely gonna show her, especially when she's more famous and more wealthy than Kelsey. Yeah, Milrow is coming out. If he falls to 7, the Jets would be nuts to not draft him. Rodgers to Green Bay or send him to Pittsburgh or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if they're going to keep Aaron Rodgers yet. We'll see. Glenn Jones, every player agreed to the deferrals. Mm. They will probably will have to build the Jets from scratch. They'll have to, I mean, they're going to keep some fundamental players, some building blocks. At least they should. But we'll see. News on Max? No, I know he pitched for teams, and the Yankees were one of the teams. So my guess is if they move on from Strowman, if they trade Strowman, maybe they'll bring in Max Scherzer. Maybe. Hasn't happened yet, Tyler. Unless you're hearing something we're not. Let's see. It would be awesome if a trade happened again while we were alive, because we've been getting quite a bit of that lately. Let's see. You think we got him? We think we get him. I do. I think we're going to wind up getting him too. Yeah, good receivers, good running back. They have good Sauce is a good quarterback, a cornerback too. So I think okay, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen too. I think that's the most probably likely scenario for the Yankees. Right, exactly. Super dead cap money with Aaron Rodgers. Man, I don't know why. God, why they did that. Hmm. A lot of people like our voice. It's just, yeah, she's most famous pop star in the whole world. Uh, oh, Max is definitely out of his prime. He'll be a back end of the rotation guy at best. And yeah, and no, I would not want Tatis because way too much money. I'm not sure he would be a mesh to the chemistry. Not with 10 years. I don't want anybody 10 years on his deal left. No, thank you. And where's he going to play? Where would Tatis play? Yeah, exactly. They have to build some serious building blocks, and and he said that too. Like we got to start, we got to build it the right way. So yeah, her and Kelsey look happy, and then Jason Kelsey and his wife, and they look happy. She's got her podcast bigger than Joe Rogan's now. So yeah, yeah, she got crazy views with Swift. Yeah, he does have the stigma of being steroid. Yes, he does. Joe, I think Spencer Jones makes it later on in the season as a call up. I think he should start the season at AAA. Take that next step in his development. Mm, I don't know. I'm not sure if Strowman is the hold up on a Cardinals trade. They're still about 10 million apart on the ask in terms of how much money the Cardinals are going to assume They offered 20. The Yankees want closer to 30. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not a Chiefs fan anyway, so yeah. Yeah, you got that right, Finia. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he's in AAA and he's raking, and Stanton gets hurt, Jones should be called up. Yep, 100%. Rather have Tatis over Queen Soto. No, Stanton gets hurt. Fishbill. Stanton gets hurt. Yeah, I think that's what he meant. I don't think they're going to send Stanton to the minors. Yeah, keep smacking them like buttons, gang. I appreciate all yous. Mike Pagliarulo. I mean, you got a couple guys. Wade Boggs. Yeah, man. Tatis's contract is just way too onerous. Way too onerous. Well, the good thing is, Michael, I mean, if Spencer Jones makes strides, which I think he will, then they might not need Kyle Tucker. I don't see the point in spending $500 million on Tucker anyway. Hmm. I think Arenado knows he's going to be traded, and I think Strowman knows he's going to be traded too. So I do. Euclid. Yeah, I saw that brief. He really unfollowed the Yankees, and yeah, it is what it is. 150 likes. All right, gang. Appreciate you. If anybody here is not subscribed to the channel, please hit that sub button too and turn on your notifications because there's going to be a lot of news that's going to come out in the next 2 weeks. No doubt about it. Yeah, look, if he, on a back end pitcher, I wouldn't mind him. He's going to cost a hell of a lot less than Jack Flaherty would. But I don't think it would happen unless you move Strowman. But the Yankees, that doesn't, the Yankees still need a lefty infield arm. I mean, a lefty bullpen arm and an infield bat. So, George Brett. Aaron Boone, yeah, Aaron Boone could be he could be a double whammy. Max inside, he might. Max Scherzer, yeah, because Alonso would never take a job as a backup first baseman. Alonso would never take a job as a backup first baseman. Mel Hall, is he in jail for raping a 12-year-old? Oh my gosh, 45 years. Oh my god, these people are terrible. No more. I don't know if his career is long enough. Jack, I did not know that. But thank you for the intel. That's terrible, man. Raping a 12-year-old. God. Well, that's what I'm saying. If the Cards don't want to eat more money, take the 20. Take the 20 they're giving. Just get like a Romero or get John King. Get one of their lefty relievers to come along with Arenado. That might be the compromise. Him and Diddy or cellmates. Well, one of the reasons Tim hasn't signed yet because he's trying to get a 2-year deal, and most teams are offering him 1. So, yeah, no kidding. Alonso, if I was Alonso, I would fire Boris already. But it's also, I mean, there's no escaping responsibility from Alonso. Like, Alonso, that was on him for turning down a 7-year deal from the Mets. Why would the Mets go back and give another one? Yeah, I heard Wetland. I heard Wetland was cleared from his sexual assault charges too, but it's still, yeah, it's just terrible. Child porn or whatever it was. Bauer's gonna he'll be in Japan or Mexico. He's playing in the Mexican League right now. So yeah, Strowman, Peraza, and Warren for Arenado and King. Maybe. I wonder if the Cardinals would entertain that. Kingman. I don't think he's ever made it to the Hall of Fame. Dave Kingman. Imagine he didn't trade Durbin and Clay. Yeah, I don't think he would have moved Oswaldo Cabrera and Devin Williams trade anyway. If he's going to move Cabrera, it's going to be for somebody, an impact bat in the majors. If you go over contacts, can you go on? No, you can't. Just it doesn't matter where you're at in the beginning of the year. It matters where your payroll is at the end of the year. That's when the payroll luxury tax penalties get calculated. So you can do all you want, and there's no guarantee you can get under it later on in the season either. So that's the other thing. Yankee schedule, yeah, I saw it, Alex. Yeah, no Strowman for the Cards unless we want Mikolas. There's a chance that Tim Hill comes back. They're just waiting. They're waiting for him to, he does want 2 years. He's been pushing for 2 years, and the Yankees and a couple of teams have nobody's offered him more than one. But also, I'm hearing that maybe Matt Blake thinks that he doesn't have anything, he can't do anything else with him, that he's reached this peak with the Yankees here, that maybe he won't bring back Tim Hill. Maybe they'll bring in some other guys. So we don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Steve. No one's offering him 2 years yet. Tommy Kahnle, I think he's expendable. I think he goes elsewhere because of the guys that they brought in. They brought in three strikeout righty arms for relievers already. So, Wandy Peralta, he signed with the Padres on a 4-year deal. 2 years and an option for, yeah. Would I sign Flaherty? Probably not. I'd give one of our young guys a chance. Probably not. Pivetta, I would not, because he comes with a qualifying offer, and he's not worth giving up international money and 2 draft picks. No, I would pass on Pivetta. Flaherty at least is not attached to a QO. So Mad Max is a guy I would consider because he won't cost as much as Flaherty, and he doesn't come with a QO. Oh, I agree, Michael. I think DJ will wind up, if he stays here, he'll be a bench guy. Yep. I would take Chafin over Tim Hill too, Stiliano. Yep. Well, exactly, Graham. That's the thing. I don't think anybody's going to give him 2 years, Tim Hill. I'd be surprised. Joe, Boone said he thinks that is where it's going to be, but you never know. He could be in center later on. We'll see what happens in left field if he catches onto it. Okay, if he's more natural in center field, then he'll go there. So they're gonna play him in multiple positions. Dominguez, Pivetta could be a superstar in waiting. You might be right, Ken. You might be right. Yep. Yeah, the Marlins have to spend, otherwise they're going to get a grievance filed against them for not spending. No, still Tim Hill's still a free agent. Ken, I will sub to your channel too, my friend. Jonathan sent it to me. Yeah, you can put the link to Ken's channel in the chat if you like. We have 2 more years of Jazz, Alex. He's not a free agent until 2027. So we got 2 more full seasons of Jazz. This is Ken's channel, everybody. Please support my friend Ken. He's a member of the 161 family. Great baseball insight. Great baseball insight. Let's support him and subscribe to his channel. Everybody in here, if you don't mind, just hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Really. Bregman, I'm a hard pass on, Benji. Who's the other guy? You talking about Machado or Moncada? I think Verdugo goes somewhere else. Yeah, I think he goes somewhere else. Verdugo. Yankees don't need him now. They've got Brennan Davis. They've got Everson Pereira coming back. Got Grisham. They don't need Verdugo anymore. Moncada. He's a possibility, but I don't think I wouldn't as a starter. No. Even if it was a bench player and he played 50 games, it'd be a huge step up from where he played last year. Of course, Ken. No doubt about it, man. I want to, it's my pleasure to support good people. And, I want to support you too, Ken. I hope everybody in here does the same thing. I will sub to right after the stream too, Graham. Ken. Let me see. Let's see if I can. Here's the ugly truth. Hang on, Ken. Let's see. Here's the ugly truth. Truth. Let's see if I can find it. I've got to find it now. Okay. I'll find it, Ken. Put what in the chat, Tiffany? It's on the screen right now. The link to Ken's channel. It's right on the screen. CNA Plus, what's good? Pete Alonso is just, he's unfortunately going to have to wait out the market. He overshot his landing, and he made, I think, a tactical mistake turning down the deal. Just like Alex Bregman, he made a tactical mistake, but at least Alex Bregman's got 4 5-year deals. He's got 3 5-year offers available to him right now. Alonso does not. Yeah, Tim Mays went to the Pirates. Yep. Obviously, he doesn't want Exactly, Ken. Exactly, Graham. Jeez. That's good, my friend. Yeah, McMahon. That's good. Yes, indeed. Now, what is it? Hold on a second here. Why am I not finding this? Let's see. Copy here. Let's try it here. Paste. Oh, come on. Paste. Okay. I think it looks like it's one word instead of, I have it separated into words here, multiple words. Let's see if that works. Keep getting Talking Yanks keep popping up. All right, I'll get it. I will get it. Yes, indeed. Mazza, thank you. But that's what we got, everybody. I mean, I wanted to just go over what Hal said today. And he made it just really clear. Okay. He's left the Yankees online channels. Talking about Strowman, Palvis. I mean, he's wiped his social medias clean, it looks like. So, yeah. Yes, indeed. So it is what it is. I think he knows he's going to get moved. Just like Aaron, I think he knows he's going to get moved too. So, yep. Yeah, nothing with Bregman. Bregman's not going to happen here. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. Yeah, look take you see what's on the screen? Um, you see what's on the screen? Just take that, copy that, and put it into your browser. And which is exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. But yeah, I think the more we wait, the more likely Arenado is going to happen. Max coverage is a good question. I think Pereira could be. I mean, he's coming off Tommy John actually. I mean, but I think he's got more value in a trade than Durbin did. So, yep. Recommend an interview where Bregman's dad wants him to be Yankee from saying. Croatia's in the house. Goran, what's up, my friend? All right. Yep. Yep. Look at Jonathan. I have it. It's on the screen right now, everybody. For those that want to support, um, anybody wants to support the channel here, there it is right there. But let me let you all go, everybody. If anything else comes out, you'll get it. That's my word. Okay. No, he said, as it stands right now, DJ and Peraza, he was talking about the current team, the current roster right now. Goran, appreciate you, man. Goran, appreciate the kind words. He was talking about the current roster. The roster's at 37 out of 40. They still need 3 more spots to fill in the roster. And again, that's what Boone said. But then Hal made it clear tonight on the hot stove with Meredith Marakovitz that the Yankees are not done yet. So I would appreciate you, Max, and I'll reach out to you, my friend. Everybody smack the likes button, smack the like buttons, and smack the sub button if you haven't done that yet. I appreciate you. And please make sure you subscribe to Ken's channel as well. So, and Arenado will be part of a better lineup here too. He will be part of a better lineup. So just something to keep in mind. But if anything else happens, I'll be live again. That you have my word. So, but I'm going to keep my eyes out. Jonathan will keep his eyes out. Believe me, we'll get you the information when it comes in. Just make sure those notifications are turned on. Have a great night, everybody. Appreciate the constant dialogue. Appreciate the constant feedbacks as well. So yeah, he's a close friend with Goldschmidt. He also has a good rapport with Aaron Judge. So it's one reason I think it's the most likely scenario. He's a future Hall of Famer too, and the best defensive third baseman in baseball. So it is what it is. But have a great night, everybody, and I'll talk to you on the other side.